Hello and welcome, and yes, you read the title correctly. I am now going to show you how to do the perfect roast pork loin, and we're going to get the crackling spot on too, so I'll show you how to do that. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go out and start the oven outside because that's what I'm going to be cooking this on. So I'll get that started and then come back in and do the preparation in the kitchen. This is what I'm actually going to cook it on, the char grill roaster out here. And this is the remnants of the last one, just to show how much rubbish these things collect. So that's why you need an aluminium tray underneath the pork, or whatever you're roasting. So I'll just get rid of that and start the fire. So to start with, I just put some of the fire lighters in and just arrange them in a bit of a pattern here. Cover an area of coals that I'm going to put in. Okay. And they're going to be used to start the coals cooking, which is what's going to do the actual cooking. So just put a whole bunch of those in. Now we want this to get pretty hot, so I'm going to use a lot of these, just to make sure it does it right. Alright, once that's loaded up, just light them. Once they're lit, just pop that inside and then just let it continue to get started. You want to keep these vents open too so it can breathe, even when I shut the lid to get the roast actually cooking. Just leave them open all the time. Now, as I said, the purpose of those fire lighters isn't to cook the actual roast themselves, it's just to get the coals going, which in turn will cook the roast. Okay, now while that's getting started, I'm going to go back in the house and get the pork ready to put in the oven. Alright, now while that's getting started, I'm just going to prepare the pork here, which there's not much to it. First of all, just get it out of the packet. Okay, rip into it. Drain all the crap into the sink. There we go. Now, I'm going to put it on this wire tray here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is use a bit of paper towel just to dry the excess off the top so it's pretty dry. Okay, that doesn't take long. And I'm going to cook it over one of these little aluminium trays here, so it'll catch all the stuff that drips out. So that's essentially what's going to go into the oven. Now, to get the crackling, all you need is a little bit of oil. Not too much, just a little bit. Spread that in. Oh, it's got to be scored too, so make sure, they usually come scored already, but make sure it's scored on the top here. So, a bit of oil and plenty of salt. So just rub that salt in there. You can see that. And that is pretty much all you have to do. Just a heap of salt, just a little bit of oil, and make sure it's dry first. And that's ready to go in the oven. Okay, I've got the roast ready. The flames have just about died out, so I'm pretty much ready to shove my meat in and get this thing started. Okay, so here we go. That's it. Alright, that's in there now, and that's going to take about 3 hours, a good 3 hours. I should start hearing it sizzle away in about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You'll start smelling it too. Well, you won't, but I will. Now, there's a couple of main reasons why I like to do this outside. Firstly, I don't want the oven on in the kitchen, especially in summer, because it just builds up heat in the house, and, I'd like to avoid that. The other reason is because it's outside, I don't have to worry about turning the kitchen oven off. I can just start that roast and leave the house, go do something else while it's roasting, and just come back home and it's roasted and ready. So they're the main reasons I do it outside, and it works well, so that's how I do it. I'll just check this at half time here, and look at that. I know that's going to be good. Okay, the roast is coming along nicely, and it's got about half an hour to go. So in the last half an hour, I'm going to get the veggies on. So here we go. Got some peas. What's this? Broccoli and cauliflower. Bit of that. Okay. Some beans. One more bean. And some corn. Just finish that off. Okay, I'm not big on the starchy stuff like potatoes and pumpkin and that. These are the good veggies you want when they say, eat your veggies. This is what you want. Okay, just boil them up in the one pot there. And off she goes. And now we're cooking with gas. All right, everything's cooked and ready to dish up now. The roast is still outside in the oven, but I'm just going to turn the veggies off, and I'm going to use this water to make the gravy. Now, I'm just going to use one of these mix in a cup kind of gravy things. So first of all, get the water into a cup. Okay, and the rest just in there. Okay, now for the gravy, just mix that into that water. Bit by bit, don't lump it all in one go. Right, now the reason I've done it in that order is because the gravy can sit there for a little bit, and then as I'm cutting up the roast, I can just keep stirring it along the way to make the gravy spot on. So I'll go get the roast out now. All right, it's time to get the roast out. Now it's dark because it's 5:30 and it's winter here, but that's all right. And there it is. One roast. So now it's just a matter of cutting these string bits off. Come off pretty easy. Hey, look at that. Right. First thing I'm going to do is get that crackling out of the way. Just a bit of paper towel here. Okay, should come off in one go. Much like that. I'll just put that on there for now. Have to test it though. Trust me, it's spot on. Okay, so the meat. Scrape a bit of that crap off. Don't want that. All right. Now I left this in for quite a while. I wanted it cooked really well through. That's how I like it. So this, you can see, is very brittle. That's how I like it. Maybe you like it a little less done so it slices nicely. I actually like the pork in little pieces like this. That's why I've done it like that. But you notice it's white all the way through. There's no pink or red bits. So I'll just slice that up. And for the price, you get a lot of meat on this, so don't overlook pork. Right, so this will make 4 dishes. There's one fresh one, 2 for the next couple of days' lunch, and 1 for a lucky guest, which I assume you want some of this. Do you want some of this?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, you should have cooked your own because you're not getting it. All right, I'll give her some as well. She wants some of my meat. What can I say? So you get 4 meals out of this, plenty of veggies, and yeah, it's just a matter of dishing it up. All right, that's the meat down. Go back to those veggies that we did. There's plenty of them, so you really want to fill up on the veggies. As you can see, the plate's not loaded with meat. You don't need that much. Just enough to get into it. All right, that'll do. All right, now the gravy's spot on. Spot on how I like it anyway. That's all that really matters. All right, so a bit of gravy over everything. Now the 2 that I'm going to heat up in the next couple of days, you really want to make sure there's gravy on the meat. So when you microwave that, it heats up nicely without drying out. All right, and finally, a bit of apple sauce to make it just even better. Some for her. And I won't put that on the ones for tomorrow. I'll just do them fresh when I reheat them for the apple sauce. Okay, so that's that. Now the crackling, I'll just peel that off the grubby back bits. Okay, just sort of peel the crackling off there. But crackling, just take it off the back bit there. All you want's the real crispy part. You can eat it all if you want. You can eat whatever you want. This is how I do it. Now the crackling's only going to be good for today, so just put that on today's plates. It's perfect. So there it is, a beautiful roast pork meal there, done to perfection. You've got plenty of protein in the meat there, not too much meat, you don't want to get carried away. Some greens, some veggies there, because, you know, you've got to do that. And perfect crackling. So that's it for today. I'll see you next time with something else. See ya. No, can't say that. We'll edit that out. What are you laughing at?